For thousands of years, temples were built across the world in impossible precision. But what if they weren't just temples? What if they weren't just temples? What if they formed a planetary energy grid, activated by frequency, geometry, and cosmic alignment? And what if that grid is reactivating? Across 5 continents, ancient structures like the pyramids of Giza, Stonehenge, Angkor Wat, Teotihuacan, and the great Zimbabwe ruins align perfectly along invisible paths called ley lines. These lines form geometric shapes across Earth's surface, intersecting at sacred sites where temples, megaliths, and pyramids were constructed, with no modern connection between the builders. And here's the mind-bending part. These intersections emit strange magnetic anomalies, confirmed by satellite data and ground-based electromagnetic readings. Coincidence or ancient engineering? Let's go deeper. In India, the Brihadeeswarar temple sits precisely aligned with the cardinal directions, constructed with no foundation, yet it withstood massive earthquakes. In Peru, the ruins of Sacsayhuaman have perfectly interlocked stones so precise you can't fit a blade between them, and they rest directly on a ley line intersection. Angkor Wat in Cambodia, once believed to be purely symbolic, is now known to reflect star constellations, with water reservoirs engineered to manipulate Earth's electrical field. This wasn't random. This was design. These sites weren't built where they were by accident. They were placed on points of maximum geoelectrical conductivity, hubs in a forgotten planetary energy grid. But it gets even stranger. NASA satellites in the early 2000s picked up harmonic frequencies pulsing from these temple clusters. Low-frequency waves that mirrored the Earth's natural Schumann resonance. And guess what? Those frequencies are rising. Schumann resonance, once stable at 7.83 hertz, has started spiking, measured as high as 36 hertz in recent years. Ancient texts warned us of this. The Mayans predicted a frequency awakening. The Egyptians wrote about vibrational gateways. The Hopi called it the purification. What if they were all describing the same thing? A return, a reactivation, a reboot of Earth's ancient power grid. And it might already be happening. In 2020, strange electromagnetic storms were recorded above major temple sites. Unexplained shifts in magnetic field strength, rapid plant growth, birds behaving erratically. Scientists brushed it off as geological noise. But ancient scrolls speak of the singing stones, structures that would vibrate when the planet aligned with certain stars. We're in one of those alignments right now. Look at the Great Pyramid. Its design mirrors the Orion constellation. The same pattern is found in Teotihuacan. The same geometry repeats at sacred sites around the world. Different cultures, same blueprint. And that blueprint points to a network, a power grid. Not electrical, but frequency-based. A living system connected by sound, stone, and sky. Modern researchers believe quartz and granite used in these temples weren't just chosen for durability, they were used because they respond to vibration. Resonating energy like tuning forks. When struck by the right frequency, these stones vibrate, they pulse. They activate. But activate what? Some believe the ancients used this system to channel Earth's energy, healing the sick, altering consciousness, and even bending gravity. Others believe it opened portals, gateways to other dimensions or realms of existence. And here's where it gets terrifying. In recent decades, several governments have quietly restricted access to major temple grids. Drone flights banned. Excavations halted. Magnetic surveys blocked. Why? Because something is changing. The grid is coming back online. Increased lightning storms, earthquakes, global consciousness spikes, time distortion near megalithic structures. It's all connected. And the biggest clue, people are feeling it. Vivid dreams, emotional surges, sensory awakenings, sudden intuition. Something is charging the human mind, and maybe that's what the ancients were waiting for, because some believed the temples weren't just energy stations. They were consciousness amplifiers. And now, as Earth shifts into a higher resonance, the grid is sinking again. You weren't meant to know this, but now you do, and the question is, what happens when the global grid reaches full activation? Because one thing is certain, the temples were never just monuments. They were switches. And someone just flipped them on subscribe to Twisted Cortex. Because in part 4, we expose the ancient codes hidden in music frequencies, and how secret groups are using them today to control emotion, memory, and thought.